Welcome to our exploration of key ethical concerns in digital biology. As technology and biology merge, we're witnessing groundbreaking innovations that promise to revolutionize healthcare, agriculture, and even our understanding of life itself. But with these advances come important ethical questions. In this video, we'll break down what digital biology is, why it matters, and the main ethical challenges that arise as we push the boundaries of science. Let's start by understanding what digital biology actually means and why it's such a hot topic today. Digital biology refers to the use of computational tools, big data, and artificial intelligence to analyze, simulate, and manipulate biological systems. This field covers everything from gene editing and synthetic biology to personalized medicine and digital health records. As digital biology grows, it's reshaping how we approach research, diagnosis, and treatment. But with these new capabilities, we must also consider the ethical implications of collecting, storing, and using sensitive biological data. One of the biggest ethical concerns in digital biology is data privacy. As we collect more genetic and health information, questions arise about who owns this data and how it's protected. Sensitive biological data can reveal a lot about individuals, from their ancestry to their risk for certain diseases. Ensuring that this information is kept secure and used responsibly is a major challenge for researchers, companies, and policymakers alike. Another key issue is informed consent. When individuals provide their biological data for research or medical purposes, they need to fully understand how their information will be used. Transparency is crucial. People should know if their data might be shared with third parties or used for purposes beyond their original consent. Building trust requires clear communication and robust consent processes. Digital biology often relies on algorithms and artificial intelligence to analyze data and make predictions. However, these systems can inherit biases from the data they're trained on. If the data isn't diverse or representative, the results can be skewed, leading to unfair outcomes in healthcare or research. Addressing algorithmic bias is essential to ensure that digital biology benefits everyone equally. With the rise of genetic testing and digital health records, there's a risk that individuals could face discrimination based on their genetic information. Employers, insurers, or others might misuse this data to make decisions about hearing, coverage, or services. Laws exist in some places to prevent genetic discrimination, but enforcement and global standards are still evolving. As digital biology advances, it's important to ensure that everyone has access to its benefits. There's a risk that new technologies could widen existing health disparities if only certain groups can afford or access them. Ethical digital biology means working toward equitable access so that innovations improve health outcomes for all, not just a privileged few. Digital biology often leads to new discoveries, from gene therapies to synthetic organisms. But who owns these innovations? Intellectual property rights can be complex, especially when discoveries are based on shared genetic resources or public data. Balancing incentives for innovation with fair access and benefit sharing is a key ethical challenge in this field. Some digital biology technologies can be used for both beneficial and harmful purposes, a concept known as dual use. For example, gene editing tools can cure diseases but could also be misused to create dangerous pathogens. Managing dual-use risks requires careful oversight, responsible research practices, and international cooperation to prevent misuse. Digital biology isn't just about people, it also affects the environment. For instance, releasing genetically modified organisms into nature could have unintended consequences for ecosystems. Ethical research must consider potential environmental impacts and include safeguards to protect biodiversity and ecological balance. Ethical digital biology requires involving the public in decision-making. People should have a say in how new technologies are developed and used, especially when they affect society as a whole. Public engagement helps build trust, ensures diverse perspectives are heard, and leads to more responsible innovation. Strong regulatory frameworks are essential to guide the ethical use of digital biology. Regulations help set standards for safety, privacy, and fairness, and ensure that new technologies are used responsibly. However, keeping up with rapid scientific advances can be challenging for regulators, making ongoing review and adaptation necessary. Digital biology is a global field with research and data crossing borders. Ethical challenges often require international cooperation, from sharing best practices to harmonizing regulations. Working together helps address issues like data privacy, biosecurity, and equitable access on a global scale. Transparency is a cornerstone of ethical digital biology. Researchers should openly share their methods, results, and potential conflicts of interest. This openness allows others to verify findings, builds public trust, and helps prevent misconduct or misuse of technology. Most digital biology research is reviewed by ethics committees or institutional review boards. These groups assess potential risks, benefits, and ethical issues before research begins. Their oversight helps ensure that studies respect participants' rights and follow ethical guidelines. Digital divide refers to the gap between those who have access to digital technologies and those who do not. In digital biology, this divide can limit who benefits from new discoveries. Bridging this gap is crucial to ensure that innovations reach underserved communities and don't exacerbate existing inequalities. Digital biology has the potential to reshape society in profound ways. From changing how we treat diseases to altering food production, its long-term impacts must be carefully considered. Ethical decision-making means thinking beyond immediate benefits and weighing possible future consequences for individuals and communities. Some digital biology technologies could be used to enhance human abilities, from cognitive performance to physical traits. This raises ethical questions about fairness, consent, and the definition of what it means to be human. Society must carefully consider where to draw the line between therapy and enhancement. Digital biology often involves animal research, from genetic studies to drug testing. Ensuring animal welfare is an ethical priority. Researchers must follow strict guidelines to minimize harm, use alternatives where possible, and justify the necessity of animal studies. Synthetic biology, a branch of digital biology, involves designing and building new biological parts or organisms. While this opens up exciting possibilities, it also brings risks such as accidental release or unintended consequences. Ethical oversight and risk assessment are vital to ensure safety. The open science movement encourages sharing data, methods, and results freely. In digital biology, open science can accelerate discovery and improve transparency. However, it also raises questions about privacy, intellectual property, and how to balance openness with protection of sensitive information. Ethical digital biology must respect cultural differences. Attitudes toward genetic testing, data sharing, and biotechnology can vary widely across societies. Researchers and companies should engage with local communities and consider cultural values when designing and implementing new technologies. Collecting biological data from children raises special ethical concerns. Children may not fully understand the implications of sharing their data, and their privacy must be carefully protected. Extra safeguards are needed to ensure that children's rights and interests are prioritized in digital biology research. Genomic research often involves complex information that can be hard for participants to understand. Ensuring truly informed consent means explaining risks, benefits, and potential uses of data in clear, accessible language. Ongoing communication is key as research evolves and new uses for data emerge. Sharing biological data can speed up research and lead to new discoveries, but it also raises ethical questions about privacy, consent, and control. Researchers must balance the benefits of data sharing with the need to protect individuals' rights and interests. As digital biology leads to new products and services, commercialization becomes a key ethical issue. Companies may profit from genetic data or biological innovations, raising questions about fair compensation, benefit sharing, and the role of profit in science. Genetic data can be misused in various ways, from unauthorized access to use in criminal investigations or surveillance. Ensuring strong protections and clear guidelines for data use is essential to prevent abuse and maintain public trust in digital biology. As algorithms play a bigger role in digital biology, transparency about how they work becomes crucial. People should understand how decisions are made, especially in healthcare or research settings. Transparent algorithms help ensure accountability and fairness. Reproducibility means that scientific results can be independently verified by others. In digital biology, reproducibility is essential for building trust and advancing knowledge. Ethical research practices include sharing data and methods so that findings can be tested and confirmed. Personalized medicine uses digital biology to tailor treatments to individual patients. While this can improve outcomes, it also raises questions about data privacy, access, and fairness. Ensuring that personalized medicine is available to all and respects patient rights is a key ethical concern. Digital health records make it easier to store and share patient information, but they also introduce new privacy and security risks. Protecting these records from unauthorized access and ensuring patients control their own data are essential ethical priorities. Digital biology generates massive amounts of data, known as big data. Managing, analyzing, and protecting this data presents unique ethical challenges. Ensuring data quality, privacy, and responsible use is critical as we rely more on big data for scientific discovery. Artificial intelligence is increasingly used to diagnose diseases and recommend treatments. While AI can improve accuracy and efficiency, it also raises concerns about transparency, bias, and accountability. Ethical AI in diagnostics means ensuring that systems are fair, explainable, and subject to human oversight. Who owns biological data? This question is at the heart of many ethical debates in digital biology. Individuals, researchers, and companies may all have interests in the same data. Clear policies are needed to define ownership, rights, and responsibilities. Predictive analytics uses digital biology data to forecast health risks or outcomes. While this can help prevent disease, it also raises concerns about privacy, consent, and the potential for misuse. Ethical predictive analytics requires transparency, accuracy, and respect for individual autonomy. Gene editing technologies like CRISPR offer powerful tools to treat disease and modify organisms. But editing genes raises profound ethical questions about safety, consent, and the potential for unintended consequences. Society must carefully weigh the risks and benefits before moving forward. Biobanks store biological samples and data for research. Managing these resources ethically means ensuring informed consent, protecting privacy, and sharing benefits fairly. Biobanking policies must be transparent and respect the rights of donors. Digital twins are virtual models of biological systems or even entire people. They can be used for research, diagnosis, or treatment planning. However, creating and using digital twins raises questions about privacy, consent, and the potential for misuse of personal information. Wearable devices collect real-time health data, offering new insights for digital biology. But they also raise privacy and security concerns. Ensuring that wearable data is used ethically means protecting user privacy, securing data, and being transparent about how information is used. Digital epidemiology uses digital tools to track and predict disease outbreaks. While this can improve public health responses, it also raises concerns about surveillance, privacy, and consent. Ethical digital epidemiology requires balancing public health benefits with respect for individual rights. Citizen science projects invite the public to participate in digital biology research. While this can democratize science, it also raises questions about data quality, consent, and fair recognition of contributors. Ethical citizen science values transparency, inclusivity, and respect for all participants. AI systems in digital biology are only as good as the data they're trained on. Using biased or incomplete data can lead to unfair or inaccurate results. Ethical AI development means carefully selecting and curating training data to ensure fairness and accuracy. Automation in digital biology can speed up research and reduce costs, but it also raises ethical questions about job displacement, oversight, and accountability. Ensuring that automation benefits society means considering its broader impacts and maintaining human oversight where needed. Digital clinical trials use technology to recruit participants, collect data, and monitor outcomes remotely. While this can increase efficiency and access, it also raises concerns about privacy, consent, and data security. Ethical digital trials prioritize participant rights and transparent communication. As we've seen, digital biology offers incredible opportunities but also presents complex ethical challenges. From data privacy and consent to fairness and global collaboration, addressing these concerns is essential for responsible innovation. By staying informed, engaging diverse perspectives, and prioritizing ethics, we can harness the power of digital biology for the benefit of all.